How should I wash my vulva and vagina? Is it good or bad? What is feminine hygiene all about? All these questions, we'll answer them now. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber and if you're a new subscriber, welcome to this channel.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So today we are going to be talking about how to wash the vulva and what feminine hygiene entails. So we have two important questions to answer in the beginning of this video. Should I wash my vulva? Yes. Why? So to maintain a proper hygiene. Should I wash my vagina? No. And we'll definitely see why. We actually need to differentiate between the vulva and the vagina. So the vulva is basically the external genitalia or the genitals, and it's made up of different parts which we are going to discuss. The first one would be the mons pubis, okay? So this is like a V-shaped structure or part of the vulva that extends from the pelvic bone down to the point where the thighs meet. It is actually made up of a fatty tissue layer, and pubic hair do grow on the mons pubis. The next part of the vulva would be the labia majora or the outer labia. So these are basically two skin folds, okay, that enclose the inner part of the vulva, and pubic hair also grows here. The next one would be the labia minora or the inner lips, and these are two vertical lips that are enclosed by the labia majora. And this is a highly sensitive area of the vulva, and it's usually engorged or filled up with blood vessels when one is aroused. Also, the labia minora is usually hairless. The labia minora starts just above the clitoris and goes down to the perineum. Talking about the clitoris, that is actually the next part of the vulva. So this is known as the pleasure center of the female reproductive system. And why is it called so? Because it is the most sensitive part of the vulva, and it is that part of the vulva that enables one to experience sexual pleasure, and it is made up of erectile tissue and nerves as well. The next part of the vulva would be the urethral opening, okay? So this is just found below the clitoris, and it is basically an exit for urine. We've discussed the different parts of the vulva. Now let us talk about the vagina. So what is the vagina? The vagina is basically the flexible muscular part of the female reproductive tract or system that extends from the vulva to the cervix, and the cervix is the neck of the womb, okay? So, what we basically see or call the vagina is the vaginal opening, because the vagina goes all the way through, like inside the female reproductive tract. So it is basically like a canal that goes all the way down, or inside rather. And the vagina is that, part of the body that, helps us to, get pregnant, menstruate, and even give birth. Also, there is an important structure, a delicate membrane that lies over the vaginal opening known as the hymen. So this hymen can tear, okay, during sex, when you insert your tampon or do some form of exercise. Down to the business of the day. Should you wash your vulva? I believe I answered that question in the beginning of this video. Yes, of course, you should wash your vulva. And it is advised that when you're washing your vulva, you should do so using a clean water, okay? With a mild, plain, unscented soap. Why are we using a mild, plain, unscented soap? Because when you use scented soaps to wash your vulva, it could cause vaginal irritations, dryness, and this could actually upset the natural acidic pH of the vagina. And when this happens, it can predispose one to vaginal infections like bacterial vaginosis or even candida or yeast infections. So, if you're using your soap or your feminine wash for your vulva, it should be scent-free. It shouldn't cause any allergic reactions. It should be dermatologically proven and tested. Then our next question. Should you wash your vagina? No. It is not advisable to wash your vagina because the vagina is actually a self-cleansing organ. It cleanses itself and doesn't need an extra cleaning, okay? So you have to save yourself the stress of doing that extra cleaning. The vagina does this by, the discharge from the vagina. It's usually made up of fluid, cells, and mucus from the cervix, okay? So it gets rid of the things that are not meant to be there. And the vagina also contains a microorganism, a good bacteria rather, known as the lactobacillus. And this lactobacillus, it produces the lactic acid and other antimicrobial substances in the vagina that helps to prevent other harmful microorganisms from thriving in that area. And when those harmful microorganisms do not thrive in the area, the person is free from infections that could cause complications in future. Another important part of this video would be the best feminine hygiene routine. How best can you care for your vulva? The first one here will be grooming. The pubic hair protects the skin of the vulva from friction during sexual intercourse. I know it's not a problem to have your pubic hair because it does its job of, trapping the heat, sweat, and even oil, bacteria, to prevent them from actually getting into your vagina. So when you want to care for that, you could do so by either waxing, trimming your pubic hair, okay, shaving. But for people with very sensitive skin, when you shave, it would be advised for you to use like a post-shave gel, like an aloe vera gel to moisturize the area, prevent skin irritation, things that could predispose one to, skin infection. The next one would be, using the mild unscented soaps that I talked about in the beginning of this video. Also, we advise for people to stop vaginal douching. So what is vaginal douching? So this is when people use water and a mixture of ingredients like the baking soda, antiseptic substances, and some other perfume products to wash their vagina, which is believed to clean the vagina in quotes and, get rid of bad odor. But this is not okay because it does more harm than good. The next one would be wearing good underwears that are made of cotton, okay? Because this would help to prevent one from having yeast infections. And how can this, help with that? Because, these cotton underwears are usually breathable, okay? And they are absorbent. So it would allow the area to, to breathe, and that's just the basic way I could explain it. So you wouldn't really trap in so much heat and moisture in the area like the synthetic materials that people used to make underwears like the nylon pants. So for the cotton underwears, it's usually advisable to use those ones to prevent having yeast infections. When you're menstruating, it's advised for you to change your pads or tampons every 4 to 8 hours, okay? And I know this could depend on your flow and the type of pad that you use. The last but not the least will be feeding, okay? So people have to be careful whatever they put into their mouth. So if you eat healthy, your vulva or vagina will be healthy, okay? So we advise people to eat diets that are rich in antioxidants, vitamin E, C, omega-3 fatty acids. These are like good diets that you could take, okay, to, help to maintain a good vaginal health. Then just basically eat a balanced meal, okay? Then avoid taking, drinks that are toxic or contain toxins, because that too can affect your vagina. And that brings us to the end of this video. Hope this video was an informative one. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!